Hey guys, how's it going? So sorry I'm a little bit tardy. Truth be told, I was brushing my teeth. Hi Donna. So I've been cleaning the house up. One of the things that my husband said, I know you're on vacation this week, but you got to still do some things around the house because I tend to play a little bit when I'm home. But I work all week, so this week has been really fun because I've been able to just kind of do what I want. I've been watching Netflix. I've been hanging out in my pajamas. I've been sleeping in. It's been really nice. And it actually snowed last night, so it's a little chilly in here, so I'm a little bundled up. But today, we're going to be making more Valentine's Day cards. And I hope everybody's not getting bored with that. Valentine's Day seems to come up on us pretty quickly, so I wanted to go ahead and kind of get a jump start on some of my cards that I'm going to send out. And one of the things that I like to do, especially right after Christmas, is figure out what paper works for Valentine's Day because, right, I mean, there's a lot of paper, Christmas paper, that will work for Valentine's Day cards. And of course, I'm talking about the red and white paper, probably not the paper that says Merry Christmas or has snowflakes. Although I guess you could make a Valentine's Day card that has snowflakes. But ordinarily, we're looking for our reds and our whites. So while I've been cleaning up my craft room, I've been kind of putting aside some of my red and white paper so we can work with that today. So I was laying in bed last night trying to think what I'm going to do on my live today, and I came up with this project, this card design. It's probably one you've seen before. It's nothing too fancy, but it should be fun. So I see people are starting to join here. Donna is here, of course, and we've got Oregon Zan. Cindy's here. So hello, ladies. Thanks for joining me. I'm having fun with my intro that I just created, and that's going to be my new intro for my videos next year. I know I've been doing a lot of lives, but at some point I'm going to have to get back to taping some of my videos just because once I go back to work, I won't be able to hang out with you guys every afternoon. The harsh reality of working, right? So we're going to do some Valentine's Day cards today. So let me go ahead and share with you what we're going to be doing. All right. So I've been having lots of fun with my scan and cut. And I've been creating these cute little sentiments. So this is what I've been working on here. Just cutting out some fun little sentiments that I can use for some of my Valentine's Day cards. And these that I'm cutting out on, this is Christmas paper. So the paper that I was cutting out on, this is the back side. And as you can see, it's very festive with Christmas. But on the other side is red and white, which is perfect for Valentine's Day cards. Now, before we jump into the card, I forgot I was going to do this. I wanted to share with you some of my vintage Valentine's Day cards. I know I got a lot of messages when I shared my Montgomery Ward catalog. So you all seem to like some of my vintage stash. So I thought I would just share with you some of my vintage Valentines, and this is where I get a lot of my inspiration. And these are true vintage Valentines. I've sold some of my Valentines, but I love these. I get a lot of inspiration from them. So I really don't want to get rid of these, but they've got just cute little images. Here's when it says, "Let's hook up. I can't keep my eyes off you." And it has the little hook and eye, which is really, really cute. Hi, Susie. Thanks for joining. And then a lot of the Valentines I find, the vintage Valentines, are interactive. So I've taken some of them. This one I have in the shop. I cleaned this out so you can stamp your own little sentiment. But a lot of these I have in the shop because I've recreated them. But just so cute. So if you guys are looking for some vintage Valentine's Day images, I should say, make sure you check out Taylormadecards4u.com, because a lot of these are in digital format that you guys can download. This is really cute. It says, "From Brother for Anne, 1932." It's got this little pan here. I think this probably was here. It said, "I could love you easy as pie." And the little Valentine comes in the little box. Just so cute. So, yeah, you're welcome, Julia. We're going to have some fun today with Valentine's Day cards. So Julia says that she's in some real need for new ideas for Valentine's Day cards. So thanks for the new ideas. Absolutely. I'm having lots of fun with them. This one is like a little stand that kind of stands up. But yeah, this is my vintage Valentine's Day stash. I've got some beautiful ones. And my goal is to try to recreate some of these. Look how sweet that is. Aw, she's all naked. She's so cute. So yeah, so I have lots of fun vintage Valentine's Day, and that's kind of what my goal is. And that's kind of why I started the shop, because I don't want to cut up my vintage Valentines. I don't want to cut up my vintage ephemera. I don't want to cut up any of my authentic vintage, so I recreate it. And this is one that I actually recreated. So this is not vintage. This is one that I scanned and cleaned up in my shop, and it is a digital image in my shop. So you can download this and cut it, and then you can create the little arm that works. So that's what I do. That's my hobby. I look at vintage Valentines, vintage Christmas, vintage general stores, anything vintage, and I try to recreate it. So taking the past, bringing it into our future, and having some fun with it. So I just wanted to share with you my stash before we get started here, because I know that a lot of my, while I've done a studio tour, I don't necessarily always get into my nooks and my crannies. And my Valentine stash is in my nooks and my crannies. So I wanted to share those with you. All right, so let's get down to Valentine's Day cards. So the design I think we're going to work with today is something like this. So it's a flip-up card. And what we're going to do is, I didn't want to seal it because I wanted to show you the design. But once we're done with them, we're going to melt some wax and we're going to seal these closed. So when the recipient gets these, they can, like, you know, break it open. Kind of like when the king used to send proclamations and he used to put his stamp. And then when you opened it up, you'd have to break the seal. So that's what we're going to be doing. So Oregon says, "Wow, that looks vintage. It looks great." Yeah, it wasn't easy recreating the past, but I got it, by goodness. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. So I went ahead and I just tied this. So if you don't have the wax seals, and hopefully you guys aren't getting bored of my wax seals. This is something I got for Christmas, and I've had a lot of fun playing with it. So hopefully you guys aren't bored with that yet. But that's the idea, is to seal my Valentines shut, and then when the person gets it, they'll have to break it open and then open it up. So that's what we're going to do today. And this is a 5x7, I want to say, but we're going to also make the smaller ones as well, because you can do this in 2 designs. And some of this stuff is from Christmas. So these little labels here, I got an itch. These little labels here are in my shop. They're digital images, but I use these for Christmas. But, you know, who's to say you can't use special delivery? Some of these may not work. We'll call COD special. So yeah, anything red and white I think is open game for Valentine's Day cards. All right, so let's get started. All right. Now, before we get started, of course, I want to promote my shop, because that's what I do. So one of the things I'm starting next year is called a Backstage Pass. And the Backstage Pass is an annual subscription to my shop, which gives you access to every single one of my digital images in the shop. So you'll get I'm in the process of creating all of my digital images where you just click a download and it downloads for my members that get the Backstage Pass. But until I get everything set up, you guys are going to get a coupon code that you can download anything. And when I say anything that's digital, I mean anything. So everything that is digital in my shop would qualify under the Backstage Pass. And like I said, it is an annual subscription, which will allow you to play all year. So I got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and play. All right. So as always, I did some pre-cutting. This would be, it's actually a little bit bigger. I might cut it down some more. But this would be for the 5x7. And then this one would be for the smaller one. So we just got to figure out the dimensions here. So let's go ahead and find my paper cutter. All right, so I started organizing, or reorganizing I should say, my craft room, and of course now I can't find anything. I mean, my husband says, why do you have everything out? And I do better when it's in front of me. When I have it put away, then I can't find it. So I'm sure you crafters can probably relate, because I don't think, unless you're actually a crafter, I don't think you get it. So, all right, so this actually is 6.5, but I mean, we can make it 7, right? I think I wanted to have this a little bit more proportioned. So we'll see if we need to cut it down here. And then, so let me go ahead and score it. Let's see here. So this is scored at 4.5, it looks like. Yep. 4.5. Is that right? I always doubt myself. Oh, yeah, it's 4.5. All right. So, and I just put this design together this morning. It's hard to be creative every single day, you guys. I'm not used to doing these lives, and I want to be able to come up with something fresh and fun for you every single day. But boy, creativity takes brain power. You know, sometimes we just sit down and play and we just kind of make what we make. But I've been kind of trying to come up with some designs for you guys as well. All right, so I think that's pretty good. And then we'll just trim it down. So this, and I'll give you the dimensions in just a minute here. Like I said, I just put this together this morning, plain. So looks like the sun's starting to come out finally. And this is 4.5 wide. All right, I mean, I guess you could go 5, right? So let me see what it would look like at 5. So here's the 5. I just think the 5 looks a little bit too fat, but you can make it any size you want. I'm gonna go with the 4.5. And I like to trim my paper just because if my folds weren't perfect, which a lot of times they are not, I can trim it down to make my paper straight. Okay, so I've trimmed this down. We'll keep this here because we're going to need this. And this door is going to be what I'm going to work with. So this is the Christmas paper that I'm going to be working with, but I think it makes a lovely Valentine's Day card, and I think it's going to be great. So let's go ahead and figure out our dimensions here. So I know this is 4.5, and I like to go in quarter increments. So if it was 4.5 wide, that means I want 4 1/4. Yep. And then this is, make sure if I did that right. Okay, so that goes like that. Oh, I probably could go either way. Look at that. And then lengthwise, this is 4.5. Oh, is it 4.5 by 4.5? Yeah, I guess it is. So again, 4 1/4. You know, when I'm crafting, I don't think too much about dimensions and whatnot. I just kind of craft. All right, so hi Lynette, welcome. Yes, crafters are generally visually stimulated. Maybe hubby has heard out of sight, out of mind. If we don't see it, we might might go buy it, even if we have it. I can relate to that, and exactly right. But unless you're a crafter, I don't think you get it. But a lot of the stuff we're using today is on my desk, so rather than put it away, we're just going to use it. We're just going to use our stuff. All right, so what I liked about the scan and cut is I can cut my designer paper to match my little sentiments. And I just think that is just too cool. All right, so here's some more paper. This was Authentique, and I think it was actually the 4th of July paper. But I think it will work well for a Valentine's Day card, so that is what we are going to do. Now, I'm going to, let's see here. Let me think about this. So this is going to be my outline, and I'm going to want to make sure that I have something that I can stamp on. So that's just what I'm thinking about here. Okay, so we know this is 4 1/4. See, I've already forgot my dimensions. Okay, so okay. Okay, so this will be, my corner is bent. Erin is watching and listening while she makes turkey soup. Greasy hands. Well, enjoy. Just turn up the volume and make your soup. I have done that many a time, Erin, where I am cooking and I have my iPad right there, just watching. So I get it. I get it, girl. All right. Now, the bad thing about this cutter, and I know there's bigger cutters, is it only goes to 6. So I know I need a little bit more than 6. So I'm just going to trim it in bits here. Till I like what I see. And if I wasn't live, I would go to my my guillotine cutter, which is my bigger size cutter, but I don't want to be jumping up and down. So yeah, I think that will work. Should I? Are you guys a crafter where you try to think about your little scraps? Like, should I get rid of these little scraps? Should I keep them? I might use them, so I'm gonna keep those for now. But if I don't use them by the end of this video, then they're going to the trash. All right, so we've got our cuts here. So the next thing, and then this is gonna go here, right? And then there's a lot of ways you can go with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down first because I know that's what we're doing. So Oregon says you're cleaning your kitchen and listening on my Bose speaker. Yeah, you know what? Multitasking, right? Because when I'm finished here, I have little honeydew lists that my husband left me because he's working today. So he left me, he's like, at least do this. So I've got to at least get that done. So as soon as I'm finished here, I got to work on my honeydew list. So, and I got to be good because he's taking me to dinner tonight. There is I live in Prescott, Arizona, and there is a steakhouse here called Dry Gulch, and oh my God, you guys, they have the best T-bone steaks. So we are doing that tonight. That is our New Year's celebration. We don't typically go out on New Year's just because it's too many crazies. They have the annual boot drop here downtown. If you've ever been to downtown Prescott, or if you know about Prescott, it's kind of an old Western cowboy town. So instead of doing, you know, at midnight and at 10 o'clock, they do what's called the boot drop. So he asked me the other day if I wanted to go, and you know, I really don't. I don't. It's cold, the crowd is big, and I'd rather just stay home. So we're gonna do our New Year's celebration tonight, and he's taking me to a steakhouse. So that's what we're doing. So do any of you guys have any plans for New Year's? Anything you'll be doing? Hear the mailman out there. All right. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if you can see this, but this paper actually has little stars, and it was from Authentique, and it is a 4th of July theme card, but you know what? It's red and white. So I say anything red and white works as a Valentine's Day card. So Oregon says we're heading to your area in about a month. Oregon snowbirds. Wow, do you guys have a place here, or so do you have 2 houses? That's awesome. All right. So let's see, what am I doing here? Hi Wendy, thanks for joining. All right, so this little thing has come in handy. So my husband does, he makes models, so I guess he's a crafter too. He likes putting together the little models, and I should share his models with you guys sometime. But he bought this for his models, and he's like, hey, do you want one of these? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I think it's great. I like it. And I have thinner glue. I find that it works with thinner glue, not with thicker glue. And it works great. All right. So this will go here for my adore. Now, one thing I probably should have done, I wasn't thinking because I was talking, is, you know, you can add your walnut stain on your edges to make it look a little bit more vintage. So Julia says that you're a former bartender and I always stay home on amateur drunk night. Yeah, it's probably a good plan. It's just not worth it to me. You know, I don't like the crowds anymore. I mean, maybe it's because we're getting older. I don't know. I don't like the crowds. It's just not fun. All right, so trying to figure out what I want to do on this. So on this one, I had the hearts, and then I have my special delivery. So I guess, let me see what I have here in my stash. So these are some vintage tickets that maybe we can use. You might remember this from my, look at all my stuff is sticking together, from my bookmarks. Remember I did a video where I did the bookmarks? So I thought, oh, that might be kind of cute. So, you know, that would be really sweet. God, isn't that sweet? Look how sweet that is, you guys. Oh my goodness. We might have to use that. We'll see. But yeah, I thought maybe we can color it up or do something. I got these little hearts. So I'm working on a Valentine's Day kit, and this is in it. So a lot of times before I release my kits, I test them, of course. I want to see if the image is crisp. I want to see if I like it. I want to see if I can create with it. So I've been working with some of my Valentine images that I'm working on a kit with. So you guys will get a sneak peek of some of those. Oh, I kind of like that. That's kind of neat. So you're traveling in your RV. You will hit the southern states all the way east, then back up again, a 3-month trip. I wish we could do that. We don't have an RV. We have a trailer that we hook onto our truck, and we like to camp. But my husband was a teacher, and he's semi-retired, and I still work. I mean, we're still working for the insurance. Otherwise, I'd be retired too, but it's just not in the cards yet. All right, so let me get to it here. So just trying to figure out exactly what I want to use here. I could go with the hearts again, but I don't know. I think this might be too much pattern. I don't know. What do you guys think? I could put the seal there. That would be kind of cute. I don't know. I guess I could probably do the hearts and then that. That's kind of cute. Let's see. And then maybe pop that up. Or maybe not even do that. Ooh, I have my vintage Viewmasters here. Ooh, I love that. Yes, okay. I always have to bring in something vintage, you guys. So these are authentic vintage Viewmasters. My husband has a shop on Etsy. Yes, he has an Etsy shop. I helped him put it together. But we sell vintage Viewmasters and vintage Viewmaster reels that are good. So, and some of his batches that he gets, they're not good, and he gives them to me to craft. So if you guys like vintage Viewmaster reels, the good ones, because the ones that he sells are in great shape for being vintage. But yeah, he gives me the bad ones, and then I craft with them. So that's what we're going to use. I like the way that looks. And I think that little girl is adorable. All right. So again, I'm just pulling things off of my desk. When I'm creating, trying to come up with a design, you know, I might have the general design figured out, but then you can alter it. There's lots you can do to be able to just change it up a bit. So just so much you can do to just kind of modify a bit. All right, so I can now, if I do this, if I'm going to do the little wax seal, this has got to be higher up, but I don't think I'm going to do the wax seal on this one. I think I'm going to just have this come down a little bit, and then I'm going to put the love here. I'm going to put the love. All right, and I think I kind of liked how it looked with the shadow, so that's what we're going to do. So let me get my, this still has some of my walnut stain on it. So I'm going to just use this as a shadow. All right. And then I'm going to put this first. And where's the love? Yeah, thanks, Julia. I use the Viewmaster reels a lot in my projects. I've got some really cute little like starters that I make for Valentine's Day. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. We'll make some things with the Viewmasters. And then I also have these vintage slides that I make little things too with. So if we don't do that today, we'll do that maybe in a little bit. So look at what I have on my desk here, you guys. So these are vintage photos that I have on my desk that I'm going to scan, of course, and put them in some of my projects. But aren't they adorable? Look at how awesome these are. And they're so little. Look at that little girl. how cute she is. But yeah, these are really old photos. This says St. Joseph, Michigan. I got this little doggy one. So cute. Just 3 buds hanging out. Super, super fun. But yeah, these are pretty old. I have them on my desk because I know I'm going to scan them and put them in my projects. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And then this little photo is adorable too. Look at this. Oh, I'm trying to find it. It's these little boys. Yeah. It reminds me of the gang, the Little Rascals. They just remind me of the Little Rascals. I think they're so cute. So yeah, that's what I have on my desk waiting for me to do something with. But I've been playing with you guys, so I haven't been working on my digital kits. All right, where is my Walnut Stain? All right, so I want to, whenever I'm working with my Walnut Stain, I like for the edge to be dark. And the way that I get that is I kind of tilt my brush a little bit to make sure I get the side. It's a great, without bending it of course, it's a great way to edge up your cardstock or whatever you're working with. And I want to make sure I get some of that shadow. All right. So one of my favorite distress colors is Walnut Stain. And now I'm going to go ahead and just layer this to get some, I just want to get some shadow is what I'm trying to do here. All right. So cute. Thank you. Yeah, I love working with the ViewMasters. So, oh, I guess I should tell you, I do have some of these ViewMasters in my shop. So if you guys want to craft with ViewMasters, they are in my shop. I'll make sure I link some of this stuff after the video for you. So yeah, I sell them, I think in sets of 5, I think. But I know everybody doesn't necessarily have access to as many ViewMasters as I do. So if you want to play with ViewMasters, I do have some of those. All right. And then I think I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to let that dry a minute. All right, now for this little girl here. So just adding some more Walnut Stain as it is, as if it isn't vintage enough, right? But we're going to make it a little bit more vintage. All right, and then this little girl is going to go like so, and that's going to go like so. You know, the more I look at this, I don't know if I like the shadow. I might just use it to thicken it up a little bit. That's the nice thing about wet adhesive, is it has moving time. So Susie said you'd love to get a ViewMaster. Check out my husband's shop, Susie. He has really, really nice product. It's called Vintage Views, I believe, on Etsy. If you're interested in the link for his shop, just send me a message and I'll get you the link. But yeah, his shop is all ViewMasters, all vintage ViewMasters, and he has cases, he has slot view reels, he has the actual ViewMasters themselves. Yeah, so I can't believe how popular those are during the holidays. He did really well in the shop. All right, so that's what we're doing. I decided against doing the shadow. I didn't like the way that looks, so I just doubled it up just to make it a little bit thicker. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this. Now, when you're gluing this, remember this opens up, so you don't want to put glue down here. Typically, I will just put glue in the middle because I don't want my glue to show through the sides. All right. And that's typically enough. This glue is pretty strong. And I tend to slide up a little bit because I can always slide down. And then this is going to go popped. So I actually went to Joann's yesterday and I got some more of these. And of course I don't have them on my desk, of course. So I'm going to go grab them. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what I got yesterday at Joann's. So they only had the black foam dots, but I figured, you know, they go on the back. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal, I guess, right? Okay. My nose is running. Boy, it's cold in here. Ordinarily, I have... poker. So yeah, ordinarily I have my heater going in here, but it makes a lot of noise, so I didn't want to turn it on. But whew, it's chilly in here. All right, so ooh, this is pretty thick. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna pop these babies up. I like the foam dots that have the different sizes. It's good planning. So let's put the big ones first. And then we'll just put some of the smaller ones. I don't think I'm going to put the foam dots on every single piece, but on every edge, I should say. But just enough to make sure it holds, right? All right, that should do it. All right, so cute, you guys. Look at that. Okay, my little foam dot is showing. Can't have my foam dot showing. And you know what? I'm gonna just, call me paranoid, I'm gonna put a little bit more glue on these, just so they don't go anywhere. Does anybody else do that? I don't know. I don't want it moving. All right, cute. Look at how sweet that is. And then when you open it up, we'll put our little sentiment. All right, I could even put my little tick there if I wanted to. Sometimes I don't know when to stop. I mean, I could, right? Doesn't need it. Let me know what you think. Should I put the little ticket or not? Put that aside right now. That's what's nice also about if you just put the glue in the middle, you can tuck things underneath. All right, so let's figure out what sentiment we're going to use. So on my first card, I used "Love You to the Moon and Back," which I think would be good as well. Let's see. Own Your Dreams. I just pulled out several stamps that I thought would work for Valentine's Day. Let's see. Every possibility begins with the courage to imagine. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. That's always a good one. What else? And I have Happy Valentine's Day. I need to get some more Valentine's Day stamps. Let's see. I don't know which one I should do. Maybe I'll do this one again. Love You to the Moon and Back. I think this is very sweet. But I'm probably going to need some white paper though, because I don't think it's going to stamp very well. What do you think? What did I do on this one? Oh, I had the lighter paper. Okay, let's see what I got going on here. So I got some more Christmas paper. Say no to the ticket. Yep, I haven't glued it down yet, so if you guys don't think it would be a good one, we won't do that. All right, I got this actually during the holiday, during Christmas. Scrapbook.com had a bundle sale with all of these little smooth cardstocks, so I stocked up. And these will be good little, you know, cardstocks I can use when I need colors. Trying to figure out, these aren't really true reds. Let me see if I have a true red. Oh, I hate those calls that say scam likely. It's like, why do they feel like they need to bother me? All right, so this peppermint one has some true red. But at least I don't answer it and waste my time. You guys remember when we used to have the landlines, right? And I had the landline for a long, long time. And we finally got rid of it when we were in Phoenix. But it seemed like all I was getting were solicitation calls. And I'm like, why am I paying for a landline when all I'm getting are solicitation calls? And at least now we can see when it says scam likely, right? And just not answer. It kind of ticks me off. All right, so I know this is 4 1/4, or 4 1/2, I should say. So this is going to be, I think I'll do it at 4. Gotta make sure this is going to work. Yeah. Well, let me start at 4 1/4. Better to cut more and trim than cut too much and not be able to put it back. All right. So yeah, I think I want to cut this a little smaller. So that works. Is that too long? It's a little too long though. Cut off just a bit more. I tend to do that a lot. I mean, I know that there are measurements for everything, but I'm a fly by the seat of my pants type of a crafter. I don't measure a lot. I just kind of see what works. And that's how I craft. All right, I think that's gonna work. So let me go ahead and stamp this before I glue it. And grab my Misty. All right. So if you guys saw before the holidays, I used my last Misty paper, and everybody's like, oh, you should have photocopied it. I'm like, well, too late now. But I just got some old graph paper and I cut it down, and it's working fine for me. I don't need to be fancy. All right. I'm not a fancy crafter. I shop at thrift shops. So you know I'm not fancy. All right. I'm not a fancy girl. All right. I'm probably the opposite of fancy. What would that be? I wouldn't say ordinary. Oh, that's so sweet. Love you to the moon and back. So this is an old Tim Holtz stamp. And, you know, he doesn't, I love the deep red rubber. That's the first thing I should say. So if you guys have any recommendations for some Valentine's Day stamps, I need some. Because I don't have any good ones, but I like the deep red rubber ones. All right. So we have a few more days of the lives that we'll be doing. If you guys have any other suggestions on what you want to see, today's Wednesday, so we have a few more days off. I don't know if I'll do it on the weekend, we'll see. But if you guys have any suggestions on what kind of cards you want to see done for the next few days, let me know. So, should I round the corners on that? No. So we did a journal book yesterday. We've been doing Valentine's Day cards. I don't mind doing more Valentine's Day cards. We can Copic color if you want to. I have this die set that I haven't used. It's like an interactive tag that I was thinking about doing it with you. I haven't done it yet though, so it might be painful. But I'm thinking about doing that. So yeah, just give me some suggestions, you guys, on what other lives we should do this week. And I will try to accommodate. I will try to opie. Isn't that what, who was that broadcaster? Can't think of his name. O'Reilly. The O'Reilly factor. That's what he used to say. All right. All right, so I'm going to tie this down. Again, you don't have to do this. But I'm doing it. In fact, even if you wanted to, because this is going to be loose, right? If you wanted to maybe somehow attach it, you could do that. Oh boy, look at the back of my card. I guess my desk was dirty. That's right. So I guess that should have been the first thing I did, was clean up my desk. But you know what I'll do is I'll just put, do you have fishing digitals in your shop? Yes, Susie. I have a very cute set called Gone Fishing. If you go to the shop and just type in the search bar fishing, some very cute images for fishing. And on YouTube, the design team that I had did some videos with it. All vintage, of course. So, Organzan says, I love watching the Valentine's cards like these. I'm learning so much. Thank you. Yeah, we could keep doing Valentine's Day if you want to. Maybe that, I'm just cleaning because look at what I did to the back of my card. I must have ink down here, but you know what I'll do is I'll just put cardstock to cover it up. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm just cleaning this up so I don't get ink all over my other cards. All right, so yeah, we could keep doing Valentine's. I don't mind that. All right, so there's there's two of them. So like I said, it's just a 5x7. This one actually is a little bit smaller than a 5x7, but you can measure it accordingly. And then on this one, when we're finished at the end, I'm going to put my hot glue gun, my hot glue wax, not my hot glue gun, but we're going to seal some of these. All right, so there's that one. Cute. I love this one. So the next one I want to do, I want to show you that we can also do it with A2 cards. So how are we doing with time, everybody? Is everybody good? We've been on about 50 minutes here. So Erin says those are both very cute. Thank you. Yeah, they came out pretty good. I was pretty happy with them. Again, use my scan and cut for the sentiment. All right, so I haven't done a prototype of this yet, so let's see if we can figure out the fold. Okay, so of course we want it to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So the card's going to be 5 1/2. So let's do that first, and then we can trim, right? Okay, so this is how you would start out normally for your card, and then we're going to trim. So let's figure out how much we need to trim here. And if you don't know how much you need to trim, do a little bit at a time. That's what I do. All right, so that is not enough. I mean, I guess you guys could measure, but I don't measure. I just kind of do what looks good to me. It's probably not the best way to go, right? But so how much was this? So this is a couple of inches, I would say, right? Okay, we'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out with us. So I think I'm going to do the adore here. So I'm going to just trim until I think that looks good. And I guess you could do it like that, but this is going to be a side card. You can do it however you want. It's your card. That's what's nice about this design is, you know, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. All right. So let me look at some of the paper I have here. Now, I know we're doing Christmas paper. Let's see what we can do. All right. Oh, you know what? We could do, always do the heart. That would be cute, right? Maybe we'll do that instead. I know this isn't Christmas paper, but it's on my desk, so I say it's fair game. So that might work. All right, so let's see if we can make this work. So this will be on the bottom. I want to keep that postal. Okay, so it's 5 1/2, so we're going to take it down. Let's see, 5, okay, so we'll take it down 1/4 of an inch. But I want to keep the postal. Baby trims, right? All right, so that works. And then this is going to be like this. So this is 4 1/4, so that means that I need to trim it to 4. All right. So this is going to go on the inside. So let me glue that down. And this is old Tim Holtz paper. It was sitting on my desk, so it is fair game. Anything red, white, pink is fair game. Not to say you can't use non-traditional colors for Valentine's Day. All right. So there's that. And then for the top, excuse me, I think I'm going to do, that would be kind of fun, right? To have that big postmark right there. Let's see, or right there. Let's see. We could do this. There's a lot of ways we can go, and then just have part of the postmark. I think maybe that's what I'll do. And then I think that's going to go like that. Or I'll do the, maybe I'll do the marker. Can't decide. But I like that. So I want it this way. So this is going to be Is that too much? Let's see. Yeah. Let me see how long this is. So this is 4 1/4. So we'll cut this to 4. Edge is kind of sticking up. I'm going to trim that a bit. Can't tell you how many times I've trimmed and it's been too much. So I'm erring on the side of caution here. Okay, so 1/4 of an inch on each. I can go down. 1/4 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch. So this is a 4x4. It's turned out to be a 4x4 here, and that's going to go right there. All right. Oh, before I go any further, let's put some walnut stain on our paper. So I made a lot of journals this year. I haven't decided if I'm going to do any more tutorials on journals. Are you guys interested in journal tutorials? I mean, they're nice because you can put together the base, and, you know, the journal book, and then you can just decorate it all year round. So I could do that. All right, so that's that. Now I'm going to put my wax seal here, so I'm going to leave that open, I think. I'm just dying to use these tickets, so we may have to do that. I don't know. That kind of would work, I think. Let's see what else I have here going on. So I have my little envelope. That would be cute, right? Maybe something like that. It's kind of sweet. And then we can do the seal. Got to be careful though, because the seal is going to go right here. We don't want it touching any of this. So maybe I'll do something like that. And let's figure out what we're going to stamp. So I think I'm just going to go with pink. But I want to go light pink. Just trying to figure out what pink I want to use here. See, that looks more like a what do you call it? I can't think of the color. Like, not a tangerine, but it's not pink. I want pink. That's too dark. I'm looking for a light. Ooh, no, this one might work. Look at this one. Oh yeah, I think that would work. Let me see my pinks here. Too dark. Yeah, we'll go with this one, I guess. All right, so I think I'll go with this one. So this is going to go in here. Or, you know what, I probably could just stamp. Yeah, maybe I'll do that instead. Okay, so we got to figure out the sentiment now. Oh boy. Ooh, that would be cute too. Look at that. Look how sweet that is. Oh, that would be cute, wouldn't it? Rather than the ticket. That's too cute. We'll think about that. All right, so I've got Happy Valentine's Day. I think I'm going to use the Life Doesn't Have to Be Perfect to Be Wonderful, because I like it. What other sentiments do I have? Like I said, I don't have a lot of Follow Your Heart. That's cute too. That would be cute. I don't have a lot of Valentine's Day sentiments. I get nervous stamping right on the card, but you know what, if I screw it up, we can always put white over it, I guess. How cute that is. Yeah. Okay, so let's stamp our sentiment first. And this goes like this. So let me swap this a bit here. Let's not break my glasses. I've got two sets of glasses. I've got computer glasses and I've got everyday glasses. So they're both on my desk here. It's not fun getting old. Okay. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. True statement, right, guys? All right, so now that we've got that, the ink I'm using is Black Soot Archival ink. So Susie, did you find those, was it you that was asking about the fishing digitals over in the shop? I don't know if you had a chance to check yet. All right, I think that looks pretty good. I like it. Okay, so there's that one, and then I think I'm just gonna put some ephemera on top. We're gonna go old school. Now this is an old die. I don't even know where I got it, but I like the heart. I like the long, skinny heart. Oh, Susie, you haven't checked yet. Okay, just didn't know if you had any trouble finding it or not. All right, so we're gonna, okay, so our seal's gonna go here. So we wanna kind of be aware of that. So the heart will go about there. And then we're just gonna do old-fashioned ephemera layering. So that'll go there. Something like that. Maybe I'll do this one on this side. So if I do get the seal, it's no big deal. I don't necessarily want to put the seal on the little kids. Yeah, me too, Erin. I like the long skinny hearts. I have a punch that is a regular size heart, and I've used it, but I just like the way that those look. All right. So we are coming up on a little over an hour. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. I think I'm going to pop them up, but I do want to use my ticket. I got to figure out. Sometimes it's too much, and I get that. Sometimes it's like I don't know when to stop, but I like that ticket. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, we'll do that. You know, I got it on my desk. If I don't use it, I'm going to have to put it away. So let's see if we can use what we have here. And then I'm going to pop these little kids up because I think they're sweet. Get out my new foam dots I got from Joann's. And these images, you guys, these cute little kids, these are also in the shop. They're digitals as well. It's a real cute set. I get these images from old postcards. So I get the images. I use Photoshop, and what do? I clean them up and make little people for my cards. Too much? Nah. Thanks, Erin. Yes, sometimes though, right? It's like that last embellishment can be too much, but when you're layering, I think it works. And again, I'm going the safe route, putting a little extra glue on these. Why? I don't know. Because I can, I guess. All right, so let's see if I can move that out a bit. Sweet. Yeah, vintage images are the cutest. You're right about that, Erin. I love working with them. Okay, I think that looks really cute. I've already got my sentiment stamped. I have, what do I have? I have some cute little butterflies here. Will that be too much? Let's see. Let me just test one. Is that too much? It's kind of cute though, but I gotta remember I'm gonna have my stamp here. What do you think? Does the butterfly work? What else do I have in here? I think it's kind of cute. All right. And then I wanted to look at my thanks, Erin. I want to look at my remnant rubs here to see if there's something I can use. I have a whole, look at this, I have a whole pack of these cute little characters. These are from last year. So I knew I wasn't, I created those last year in my shop. And I didn't have a chance to use them all. You like the butterfly? All right, we'll keep the butterfly. I didn't have a chance to use them all. So I put them in a bag and I figured we'd use them this year. All right, let's see if we can maybe find a remnant rub. Probably poison wouldn't work. Let's see, just a little something, right? Just a little Sweet Life. I don't know, just something cute. Why? I don't know. Because I can, I guess. Sweet Life, live out loud, she is brave, follow your heart. I like that. These little remnant rubs are cute. They're small. You can put them on everything and they work. Maybe we'll put that right here. It's just a nice little addition, right? Let's see. I have a tool that does that, but it's going to require me digging in my stash. I don't know where it's at. Like I said, I was cleaning my craft room and then I stopped. And now I have a bigger mess. Okay, so we're keeping the butterfly. We're adding a remnant rub. Follow your heart. But now I'm off balance. That's all right. I think that's good. I don't want to overdo it. What do you think? Should we make one more before we get out the hot wax? I mean, we can, right? If everybody is game. Oh, that would be balanced. Maybe I'll put that there. I don't know. I ended up with another butterfly on my desk, so maybe we'll add it. This doesn't have the double. It's on my desk, so I don't want to have to put it away. All right, so We can make one more. What do you guys think? So I wanted to share with you, put those aside. I wanted to share with you a kit. Like I said, I'm working on a new Valentine's Day kit and I'm testing it to see if I like it. So I'll share it with you. It's not a kit in my shop yet. But it might be. I haven't decided yet. All right, so this is the paper. And I thought that would be good for the inside. And then I don't think I took out a lot of paper. Let me see what else I got going on here. I thought I had more paper. Maybe I don't. I used the heart. That heart here was from the new kit that I'm working on. But yeah, just trying to figure this out here. So that's definitely going to be the inside. So let's go ahead and start there. Okay, Erin, we're making one more Valentine's Day card, and then we're going to pull out the hot wax for our seals. So you guys need to give me some more ideas for the videos the next few days. What do we want to do? I don't want everybody to get tired of Valentine's Day cards. We'll get Valentine's Day card out before Valentine's Day. But yeah. All right, so there's that. And I know that has the little thing, so you could stamp in here if you want to, but I was thinking maybe we'll put another little character. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. Okay, so let me make sure that's straight. And then I need to figure out what I'm doing for my colors. So this is not well planned, people. I probably should have planned this better. I don't have a lot of pinks on my desk. Let's see what I can find. Let's see what I can find here. Ooh, no, that's more of that. What else do I have here? That. I don't know if I want to go shiny. Maybe. I wonder how that would look. So if I go shiny, I'm not going to be able to stamp on it. But that's all right, right? Let's see. All right, we're going to go for it because I did not plan very well. Okay, so we decided this is a 4x4. So this is one of those flying by the seat of your pants. But you know what? If it doesn't work, it's just paper, right? I mean, we can throw away, and that was the wrong dimension. See, I'm already screwing up. All right, so it's not 4x4. 4x4 was for the inside of the card. So let's try that again. So I will save that for another day. Okay, so rewind. It's not 4x4. Where's my paper? Okay, let me think about this. So this is, what is this? This is about 5, I guess, right? Let's see. Okay, so that's 5. So that means this needs to be 4 3/4. All right, and then this is 4. So this needs to be, I'm afraid to cut. Used to be. Oh, looks like we have a spammer in the house. Just ignore them. That's a bot. Why does life have to be so complicated? Can't people just mind their own business? All right, so let's, ooh, I kind of like that. What do you think? We're going to go with it. All right. So this paper I got from the shiny paper. I think I got it from Tonic Studios. I was doing their kits for a while. I think it was last year. And some of the kits were great. Some of them were okay. Do you guys do kits? Kit of the month clubs? I don't typically do that because I like to pick what I'm going to get. But sometimes you can get some great stuff or some reasonably priced deals, right? Okay, so trying to decide what I'm going to do here. You're a sucker for shiny. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do here, but not too bad. So we can go Viewmaster again, and then maybe put a little sentiment up there. We can kind of go non-traditional with the Valentine's Day. Let's see what I can come up with. I'm on the spot, you guys. All right, so perishable. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? What are we going to do here? We can put a big clock. There's a lot we can do. I mean, it doesn't have to be lovey-dovey, right? Let's see what else we got going on here. Got a bullseye. That might be kind of cute. What is this? It's a lot. Oh, let's see if I have a 14. That would be good. If I had a 14. I have a 13. I have a 16 or a 19. Look at that. There's a 14 right there. Okay. So we will do that. We're going to figure it out. Timetable. I kind of want to cover that because we're going to do a sentiment down there. And I don't necessarily want it sticking out. So we can maybe do something like this. What do you think? And then maybe put the 14 there. Do you like that? That's kind of cool, right? And then we can put the sentiment inside. Yeah, the tonic kits were a great introduction to the new products. Absolutely. Some of the kits, like I said, I loved. Some of them were okay. But I got some great paper. Love. Do I have another love? I got a red love. I might have to cut out a pink love when I'm finished here. So I like the what do you guys think of that layout? I think that's pretty good, right? We're going more vintagey, I guess. Ooh, more shiny. Should we do something like that? That would be kind of fun. We're going to think about that in a minute. Oh, I can do maybe love with these. Let's see if I can find love here. you know what? Maybe. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Erin says she likes it. All right, we'll go with it here. So maybe these are kind of shiny. These might be kind of cool looking. Maybe white rather than the black. Let's see. I'm happiest when I'm with you. That would be good. A big thumbs up. All right, Julia, we're going with it. The world needs who you were made to be. I'm just trying to see what. I think I'm going to put a little sentiment up here. Let's see. The world needs who you were meant to be. I saw a good one here a second ago, and now I can't find it. The journey is the destination. I really want something that's like, life is a grand adventure. Believe in dreams. That's good. Embrace your journey. I just saw one that was like a long one. Let's see. It's a wonderful life. I'm happiest when I'm with you. That's the one I wanted. I knew when I saw it, I would like say, yes, that's it. All right, so I think we're going to do this. Again, I like to add a little extra. Why? I just don't want my stickers to come off. There's nothing worse than a loose sticker. All right, so I'm happiest when I'm with you. Whoops, that's crooked. My husband's always the first to tell me your sentiment's crooked. Your cardstock is crooked. It's like, you know what? Mind your own business. All right, so we're going to do this. Now, we want this card to open, so we have to be careful when we glue this down. So, half is what we want to glue here. Oh, got to put my... This is a non-traditional Valentine's Day card, guys, but you know what? That's okay, right? It doesn't always have to be red and pink. It can be brown and beige. It can. I mean, it can be whatever you want it to be. That's what I say. All right, so that's good. We're going to put the big clock right there because that says timetable, and then we have a time clock. So we are tying it all together. And let's make sure we don't glue our card down. Check my glue situation here. All right, so that's going to go, oops, that's still loose. That's going to go right there. So good with the glue situation. I've got that sentiment covered. We're not going to do that. We're going to do the 14. I like it. Do you think Tim Holtz would approve? He's my guy. All right, so there's my one. There's my 4. For 14, Valentine's Day, right? I think that works. We're not going to use that. Back up the stickers with the liquid glue. Yep, I did that. I don't want them coming off. All right, and then should I go? It kind of is a contrast because this is grungy and then this is gemmy, if that's a word. So let me know what you guys think of this. I was digging through my ephemera and I found these. Let me know if you think this would be a good addition. It kind of goes with the shine, but let me know what you think. All right, so we need a sentiment for the middle. Tim Holtz would approve. Awesome. All right, so I was thinking initially I wanted to put the little girl in there, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do just a sentiment. And I think I'm going to use this one again. Life doesn't need to be perfect to be wonderful, because this would fit perfectly in there. And it kind of goes with the whole happiness thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, let me find the Misty. My desk is getting a little crowded here, you guys. So let me do a quick clean. We picked out the ephemera we want to use. So I got these little bins at Hobby Lobby. They're like the photo bins, and they're perfect for your ephemera. I love it. All right, Misty. I'm just doing a little quick cleanup here to make some room. And then we're gonna get out the hot wax. Bling it up. You think? Yeah. It kind of is a contrast because we're going grunge and bling, but I guess it's our card. We can do whatever we want, right? Grunge and bling. We're gonna put this, or should we just do Happy Valentine's Day? I do have one that just says Happy Valentine's Day, but it's not very big. I think I want to go with this one. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Because I like it. And it's true, right? I mean, shoot. Which one of us ever has perfection every single day? I know I don't. All right, I lost my ink. There it is. What happens when your desk gets so busy? And is this even, I don't want it to be crooked. That looks good. Okay. Got the sun coming in. Look at that. It snowed here last night. It was a good snow, but the sun's coming up. The snow doesn't last very long because the sun starts to come up and it melts everything, but boy, is it chilly. Okay, gosh, I don't want it to be crooked. So that's the tough thing, is that outside of the stamp, the image isn't necessarily straight all the time. So we're gonna go for it. See, that looks crooked, but when I look at it here, it doesn't look crooked. Okay, let's make sure. Oh, you know what? Because my board was crooked. Dang it. All right, so perfect only applies to the cookie jar. Yeah. Let's try to get at least kind of straight, though. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. It's such a true statement. I think if everything was perfect, if everything was just so, I think it would be kind of boring. Although, I can use for less of this COVID stuff. I'm so tired of COVID. We're supposed to be going to Key West in February, taking my son for his 25th birthday. And I don't know if the flights are going to get canceled. I mean, gosh, what the heck? I'm done with COVID. Done with all this nonsense. All right, so we said we're going to bling it up. It's kind of fun. I mean, I might as well use it, right? Okay, so figure out how much we need here. Yeah, life would definitely be boring. Okay, so we're gonna add this bling. Why? Because we have it out, and that's what we're doing today. We are using our stuff on our desk. I should probably add a little bit more glue because that's what I've been doing. It's the just in case glue. You don't need a lot because these are sticky, but I don't want these coming off. My blingity bling on my grunge. It works. I think it looks fabulous. All right. I like it. What do you guys think? Pull the chair up. Okay, so as you can see, these are pretty similar. These two, we're not going to put the hot wax because we've got the fold over. But these I'm going to do the hot wax, I think. So let's put these aside. And we're going to warm up our hot wax. I think actually, I think we're going to use, you love it. All right, this. Now I haven't used this yet. I'm a little nervous. I guess you just drip it, right? You know, I think I'll do that off camera because I need to practice with that. Okay, so the goal is to not burn down the craft room when we're working with this. I've seen some people mix their colors, but I'm gonna go with pink here. So these are little, I got this for Christmas. I guess I could use the gold. That's kind of cool for this one. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so that's for that one. And for this one, let's use the pink. Pinky. 1, 2. It's kind of a dark pink. That's a lighter pink. Let's see if we can find another lighter one. So, do you guys work with hot wax seals? And if so, do you like these little waxes versus the wax stick? I haven't decided yet. I haven't tried the wax stick yet, but I'm going to. Probably off camera because I got to figure it out. And I'm going to need a paper towel, so let me grab that. All right, so got my paper towel. I need to start the fire here. Boy, this makes me nervous. All right, so we got that. We'll let this dry a minute, or melt. Okay, and let's figure out what we're gonna do here. So I got these for Christmas, and I've got the hearts, which of course would work for Valentine's Day. And then I got a rose, which is nice, but I think I'm gonna do the feather. All right, so I'll do the heart, unless I should do the heart for both. But I kind of want to try the feather. We'll do the heart for both, I guess, because it is for Valentine's Day. All right, so my wax, let's see. So Erin says that you use the wax seal when making scrolls for Halloween display. I used the stick. It was pretty easy. Okay, yeah, I haven't tried this yet, so I will be. The little pellets came like in a whole starter kit for me. So I'm gonna try this because this actually would be perfect, but I don't know, it's just, I mean, I guess you'd have to have the fire and it has to be going down, and I don't know, I gotta, It's probably not that complicated, and I'm making it more complicated than it really is, I'm sure. I tend to do that. Okay, let me get my little thing ready here. So that screws right on, and you get a little heart there. And we're going to just put it right here. So once you seal it, it pretty much is ready to go. So life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Once you seal it, it's sealed. So that's going to be it. But whoever gets it can just break it open. I think that's kind of a cute idea. You know, and then if you don't want to do that, you can always, you know, leave it like this. You can tie a little ribbon. You can probably tie it this way. I mean, you don't have to seal it this way. I just thought it would be kind of cute for the recipient to have to, you know, have to break it open. Kind of a fun idea, I guess. So they have to work for their Valentine. All right. Okay, so this is melting. Whenever I do this, all the smoke starts to come up. So the pellet, yeah, that's what I thought too. But you know, I mean, I might invest in some of these. Like I said, I'm gonna play with this a little bit, and then I'm sure this probably would go a long way, though, right? I mean, or you can just maybe cut this off and put it in there. There's a few ways you can go. All right, and I'm gonna get a toothpick. All right. Hey, Curly. All right, probably not a good idea to leave this unattended, but I wanted to get a toothpick to kind of mix that up. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to leave that on because we're going to do another one. And this is going to go right here. And I used 4 pellets. You got to be careful though, because this stuff dries really fast. And then I'm just going to place that down. And while that's setting, I burnt myself. That's hot. Be careful. I'm going to clean this off. Ooh, that was smart. Fire in a paper craft room probably isn't the smartest thing, but I'm just paranoid, I guess. Okay, so that's pretty good, right? And there's my Valentine. All right, so when the person gets it, they'll have to break it open. But I thought that was kind of a cute idea for a Valentine. All right, so let's do our second one. Be careful. Yes, it was the side here that burnt me. So yeah. All right, so this one is going to be gold. Keep your fingers on the wood, because this stuff is hot. Okay, so we're going with 4 more pellets. So cute. And this is going to be gold. You know, I think I'm going to use I'm all paranoid to touch it now. I think I'm going to use yes, better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so this one is going to be right there. Okay, so I got my little toothpick. Don't touch any part of the metal. It is hot. Keep your hands on the wood. Yes. And then when I'm done doing this, I blow out my candle immediately. So yeah, as soon as I finish doing this, then my Valentine's will be complete. So the same, you know, like I said, it's the basic design. I think that's dry now, yeah. With a little touch. All right, so, and I'm guessing those tea light candles are just non-generic, right? You don't necessarily have to buy a special kind. I got 4 in my set. That should be enough, I would think. And this is just, I should just let it be. Let it do its thing, Monica. I'm impatient, but I don't want to have that fire going until I'm ready to use it. So I guess I could wrap it up, because all I'm going to do here is I'm going to put that one here, and I'll put photos. So yeah, as this is melting, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up, you guys. I've kept you for an hour and 41 minutes. I hope that you've enjoyed today's live. I had a lot of fun. And these are the 4 cards that we created. I'll make sure that I post them on my social media. If you're not following me, you can find me at Taylormadecards4u, at Taylormadecards4u on Instagram. Number 4, letter U. You can find me, and I'm going to post these cards as soon as we're done here. So, okay, yeah, Curly, so I'll pick up some more of those tea lights at the dollar store. I wasn't sure if there was any special kind. But yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, I haven't really been planning for the time that we're doing this. Let me just transition here. So I haven't really been planning for the time that we do this. I just have been doing it by the seat of my pants. So I'll be back tomorrow, probably around 1:30ish. That's what we've been doing. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing tomorrow, but we'll be doing something. So I had a great time with you guys today. Appreciate you hanging out with me. And if you haven't checked out the shop yet for some of these cute little images that we work with, check it out, because they're a lot of fun. All right, everybody. I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.